exclave of Cabinda, with an area of approximately 7,283 square kilometers, the northern Angolan province of Cabinda is unique in being separated from the rest of the country by a strip. Cabinda borders the Congo Republic to the north and northeast and Congo Democratic to the east and south. The town of Cabinda is the chief population center. According to a 1995 census, Cabinda had an estimated population of 600,000, approximately 400,000 of whom live in neighboring countries. Cabinda produces hardwoods, coffee, cocoa, crude oil, and palm oil. The product for which it is best known is its oil, which has given it the nickname the Kuwait of Africa. Cabinda's petroleum production from its considerable offshore reserves now accounts for half of Angola's output. Most of the oil along its coast was discovered under the Portuguese rule by Cabinda Gulf Oil Company from 1968 onwards. Ever since Portugal handed over sovereignty of its former overseas province of Angola to the local independence groups MPLA, UNITA and FNLA, the Cabinda separatists, FLEC-FAC, announced a virtual Federal Republic of Cabinda under the presidency of Zita Enrique Thiago. One of the characteristics of the Cabinda independence movement is its constant fragmentation into smaller and smaller factions. Sports is largely dominated by football, which is a national passion and is played by people of various social stratum. The Angola national football team, nicknamed Palancras Negras, meaning sable antelopes, is controlled by the Federación Angolana de Fútbol. Their greatest accomplishment was qualifying for the 2006 FIFA World Cup, as it was their first appearance on the World Cup finals stage. Some Angolans have become players of distinction, but they tend to compete professionally in Portugal. The top national league is the Girabola Angolan Championship, and it is organized by the Angolan Football Federation. Pedro Luanda is the most popular team. In 2010, Angola hosted the 27th African Cup of Nations. They were knocked out in the quarterfinals after a 1-0 defeat by the eventual finalist, Ghana. Handball is another important game in Angola. The Angola women's national handball team represents Angola in international handball competitions. Basketball is growing in popularity in Angola. The sport is played by people of all ages and both sexes. Angola has been a member of FIBA since 1979. Ranking 13th in the world ranks, Angola is the top team in Africa and a regular competitor at the Summer Olympics and World Championships. Almost all towns and cities provide some sort of public transportation, for example buses and taxis. Therefore, getting around in Angola is not a challenge. Travel on highways outside of towns and cities in Angola is often not best advised for those without 4x4 vehicles. While a reasonable road infrastructure has existed within Angola, time and war have taken their toll on the road surfaces, leaving many severely potholed, littered with broken asphalt. The Angolan government has contracted the restoration of many of the country's roads. The road between Lubango and Namibe, for example, was completed recently with funding from the European Union and is comparable to many European main roads. Progress to complete the road infrastructure is likely to take some decades, but substantial efforts are already being made in the right directions. 3 separate railway systems totaling 2,761 kilometers. Luanda Railway, Northern, Benguela Railway, Central, Mocamedes Railway, Southern. The construction of these 3 lines began in 2005 and is expected to be completed by the end of the year 2012. Benguela Railway already connects to the Democratic Republic of Congo. There are a number of international and regional airports in Angola, which vary from the organized, fairly well-run Luanda International Airport to smaller airports for travel within the country. The main international airports in Angola are Luanda, Namibe, Huambo, and Lubango airports. Tourism in Angola. Angola's tourism industry is relatively new, as much of the country was destroyed during the post-colonial civil war which ended in 2002. Nevertheless, Angola has many touristic attractions. Some of them are Cabinda National Park. It is a visitor attraction in Angola. It is a national park in the Mexico province of Angola, located at about 1,100 meters above sea level. It shares its name with the nearby municipality of Cabinda. The Cabinda-Luacano Road forms the northern boundary of the park, with the Chifumage River forming the southern portion of the eastern boundary, and the Lumege and Luana rivers the southwest boundary. Much of the park consists of seasonally inundated plains that form part of the Zambezi River basin, with the northern part of the park draining in the Chifumage River. The park is a sample of nature not occurring elsewhere in Angola. So that was it about the Republic of Angola, and I hope you guys learned a lot. Remember, Angola is the second largest oil producer in sub-Saharan Africa, and it's one of those African countries that was once a Portuguese colony. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to watch more interesting videos on African countries. I love you guys, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Stay blessed. Cheers.